Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, hope you're all well. Brothers and sisters, today I'm not going to give you an orphanage update, but what I am going to do is I'm going to introduce you to a particular person, very khas banda. I've not done a video on him yet, but you may hear me talk about him a lot. His name is Abdullah. This young brother, let me tell you, this young brother, had 30 million shillings, which is a lot of money here in Uganda. And what he did was, when he started talking to me, before I came here to Uganda, through video calls and so on, and he gifted, mashallah, the 2 acres of land for the orphanage. Now he had 30 million shillings that he'd saved up over his life, and he was working. And what he did, subhanallah, which a few people have said to me that they wouldn't have done it. He used 22 million of that to buy this land, and then he gifted that land for the sake of the orphans. Subhanallah. Now listen to that. Listen to that. His entire wealth was 30 million shillings, and 22 million shillings of that he bought this land which we're building the orphanage on. Subhanallah. My question, brothers and sisters, is look at that. Subhanallah. A brother said to me here in Uganda, an Indian brother, he said that, brother, I don't think I could ever have done that. I said, brother, it's not just you that don't think that you could have never done that. There's a 99% of people that would have never done that. They would have gone out, bought a house for themselves, looked to get married, have children, and so on. And I, one thing I know is never judge a book by its cover. And subhanallah, Abdullah is his name. The meaning is substantial because it means servant of Allah. And Alhamdulillah, he's here with me, he sat with me, Alhamdulillah, and I thought I'd introduce you to my brother. Out of the 30 million, he used 22 million on the land, and then he had 8 million left over. And then the 8 million, guess where he spent it, subhanAllah? He sent some of the children to school, and he paid for the children's books, stationery, and so on. And he is now, subhanallah, totally broke. He hasn't got any money to his name. Had 30 million, had now nothing. And the remit that Allah gives for something like this is substantial. And brothers and sisters, I want to tell you something, right? I don't believe in coincidences. There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens by the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But I never dreamed of coming to Uganda to build an orphanage. I've built lots of houses, I've built lots of schools, but I've never dreamt of coming into Uganda and thinking, I'm going to build an orphanage here. Out of the blue, this brother contacted me about 5 months ago, and he said, brother, we've got these children here, this is a problem, and so on. And I was doing a dua at the time, saying, Ya Allah, give me the tawfiq to build an orphanage, because I've built schools, I just wanted to build an orphanage, and my next chapter in my life is inshallah to build a hospital. But my point is that he's put everything in Allah's way, and subhanallah, I'm here in Uganda and I'm building an orphanage on his site where he had nothing. He was sleeping in a small office because he had a little charity here where people give him a little bit of donations for the 120 children that he was supporting and this land that he bought. This office must be 6 foot by 7 foot. I kid you not. I will take a video of this. And he's got a little mattress behind the desk where he sleeps. Subhanallah. Brothers and sisters, there's one side is Brother Ali. He's quite, he's mashallah. Brother Ali is getting close to his, I think he's 77 or 78, mashallah. And then you have on the other spectrum a young brother at the age of 26 that's doing this. you know. And he sat next to me. We've got our both safari hats on, subhanallah. But this is never judge a book by its cover, subhanallah. This is Abdullah. Abdullah, you could say Assalamu alaikum to.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brothers
MashaAllah.
and sisters.
Alhamdulillah.
Allah fikum for what you have done. Thank you for supporting Uganda. Thank you for supporting the orphanage. MashaAllah. May Allah reward you whatever you want.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह पता है कि ना ये बंदा इतना इतना क्या कह सकता हूँ कि ना इतना ऑनेस्ट है कि ना छोटी छोटी बातें मैं इसके पकड़ लेता हूँ और मुझे पता है कि ना कितना स्माशा से ये साफ दिल है एंड अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कि ना you know it doesn't take long for you to pick up somebody's personality and character खास करके उनके जो actions होते हैं and you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I was joking to him yesterday and I said to him, you know, what have you done, you know, Abdullah, right? That, you know, that Allah is so happy with you. Because, but like, you know, we spent, you know, over 300 million shillings on this orphanage. This orphanage is going to be the #1 orphanage in Uganda, and I kid you not, subhanallah, it's going to be one of the most beautiful orphanages in Uganda, you know, by the time I finished it. And it's looking that way, it's getting very close to that. But, you know, Allah's rahmat and Allah's blessings are upon this brother. Because, look at this, 22 million he put into the orphanage, and Allah has given him 10 times that back. Subhanallah. We are well over 200 million. We're actually over 300 million on this project. You know, and you know, and this is subhanallah, and this is why I built this brother a you know, a little you know, sort of you know, his own room within the orphanage. Other than the fact that he's managing the children, but more importantly, brothers and sisters, that he's put everything in line for this. You know, so subhanallah, may Allah bless him. You know, his name demonstrates who he is. Subhanallah, Abdullah, servant of Allah. Subhanallah. Jazakallah khair, my brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.